He has a small palace where he used to, where he was born. He has experienced both extreme censorship and, in fact, total freedom of expression. And the censorship nearly cost him his life. He has had 30 jobs, of which he himself has created 15. He has proved Max Weber wrong. You know who Max Weber is, I presume. So how can you prove Max Weber wrong? Well, about 100 years ago, Max Weber conducted a study in Germany. And as you know, in the north of Germany, they have Protestants. And in the south, they have Catholics. Max Weber studied, amongst other things, reading habits of Germans. In the north, they read, and in the south, they didn't read. So Max Weber's conclusion was, Catholics do not read. Well, our speaker has proved Max Weber wrong. How do we know? Well, because he has, in a Catholic country, created the largest newspaper in the country in 4 years, which is read by a lot of Catholics, a lot of young Catholics. He created 20 Minutos in Spain. As you may have guessed, the next speaker is José Antonio Martínez Soler, affectionately known as JAMS. Now you might ask, why JAMS? Hasn't he spoken enough at these sorts of things? Well, yes, he has. But this, in fact, may be the last time that you hear Hans speak on an occasion like this. Last week in Madrid, we announced that José will step down as the CEO of 20 Minutes, and that he will be replaced by Eduardo Díaz-Leitner, who many of you know already. And on this occasion, we have asked José to come up here on the stage. José, please do. And to share with us some parting reflections after working with us for nearly 10 years.
Scotty.
Ahí está. Okay. Usually, well, thank you very much, Mr. President, the Chairman, for your compliment. He said, don't talk more than 15 minutes. Don't even, 20 minutes, as usual. So I write some words to be really on the 15 minutes. Oh, I don't know if I can breathe. I'm just speak. Okay, thank you. I say, yes, Sverre, for your words. From your compliment, I see that I must contaminate it or infect you with a syndrome very prevalent among Andalusians. Exaggeration. You know that although praise weakens most mortals, it gives me wings. Thank you. Well, dear friends, it is a great honor for me to have been invited by Rolf, Eric, and Sverre to speak briefly to all of you of the Schibsted family here in this wonderful city and country, especially since I have only 2 more weeks left before leaving my position at the K2 level. I'm going to the K3 or 5 or 6. After almost 10 years as CEO of 20 Minutos in Spain. Briefly, they insisted to me, no more than 15 minutes, not even 20 minutes, because they know how much I love microphones. Sorry. I would like to recall at this moment some words about the reasons why we sold our company to the Norwegians that I said a couple of years ago in Oslo when I was speaking on behalf of the thousands of non-Scandinavian employees of Schibsted at the 10th Memorial. The first time I heard the name Schibsted was in the spring of 2001 in Madrid. It was during a roadshow to sell our company, Multiprensa, the publisher of 20 Minutos in Spain, founded 2 years earlier in the basement of my house. By the way, not by me, by my wife. People think I am the founder, no, it's my wife. But don't tell anyone. Okay, Norwegians, Swedes, and Italians were the finalists, and the Swedish bid was, by slight difference, the highest in monetary terms. I cannot deny the influence of my mother-in-law, 100% Norwegian, in the decision to sell our company to Schibsted. She said, by phone from Boston, "Jose, forget the Italians, and don't even think about selling it to Swedes." She said, "Ufta." I don't know what that means. Ufta. So that night, Arsenio Escobar, the editorial director, and I told our board to sell our company to Schibsted for two very important reasons, other than my mother-in-law, of course. First, we have studied the Schibsted model of 20 Minuten, 20 Minuten, in Zurich, and it was as local as our project, while Metro, the Swedish, was more global. By the way, Metro competed with us in Spain and died. The second reason, and last but not least, Schibsted guarantees us freedom of expression, editorial independence, credibility and quality, and believe me, all in writing. They did this through a foundation they call the Tinius Trust. We read that. Say no more, we both, Arsenio and I, thought immediately. And here we are 9 years later with all of you. We've taken our decision on the Tinius Trust's guarantee of freedom of the press. This freedom is such a marvelous plant, though fragile and delicate. As you probably realize, for centuries, this fragile plant was an exotic foreign plant that could not take root in or thrive in Spain. And probably my Estonian friends will be able to identify with this, I'm sure, and Martin. And now, Schibsted is cultivating and defending this remarkable plant in 22, 23 countries with many different languages, and it's thriving. I also have been a journalist, both in the Franco dictatorship and in democracy, before founding newspapers and companies. And I assure you that I truly appreciate how much freedom of the expression is worth. For freedom, like oxygen, you know that, is most valued when it is lacking. I suffered a lack of freedom for too many years of my life, and I have fought, and I still fight for it, as Schibsted has taught us through the Tinius Trust. Almost 10 years have gone by since we sold our company, and thanks to the spirit and letter of the Tinius Trust, under the direction and support first of Kjell Amott and my late bosses, Birger Magnus and Sverre Munck, and since last year under the direction and impulse of Rolf Erik Risson, the miracle of ensuring freedom and independence in 20 Minutos in Spain was indeed